During a rainy day in ancient Japan, a woman is giving birth while enduring the immense pain. Her husband, Sir Daigo, is a man who lusts for more power in this world. He rides off during the heavy storm to an ancient and ominous building. An old man sits in front of him and immediately recognizes Sir Daigo. The old man knows that whoever steps into the hall of hell has made a choice. The choice to cast off Buddha and the gods in favor of the demons and towards the path of evil. Whoever crosses this line will surely await hell. The old man tries to reason with Sir Daigo, but he is sure of his decision, as he feels like hell is here on earth anyway. As a last resort to stop Sir Daigo, the old man grabs an iron and runs towards Sir Daigo. But the old man gets unalived quickly by 2 slashes from Sir Daigo's sword. The dying man's last words beg for Sir Daigo to not succumb to the evil of the demons. But Sir Daigo knows that it's too late for that. Sir Daigo sits down and talks to the demons. Burdened by the famine that overcame his people and the lack of power he got over these lands, he wants to make a deal with the beings from hell. If the demons protect his people and he gets the power to rule over the country, he would let the demons take whatever they want from him, anything they desire. Sir Daigo screams out to the demons, and the room darkens. All of a sudden, lightning strikes around him and the cursed temple as an answer from the demons. Back in their home, his wife almost finished birthing their child. As the midwife holds the baby and looks closer at it, a dark and cursed lightning fills the room. The lightning hits the baby multiple times and leaves just as quickly as it came. Scared women run out of the room hastily, and Sir Daigo checks to see what's going on. His wife presents him their new child, a son in the family. Sir Daigo is overjoyed and holds the baby in his arms. But as he opens the cloth and reveals the baby, he only sees a work of evil. The baby is barely alive, but without limbs, eyes, or even a nose. The poor thing doesn't even have any skin on its body. Sir Daigo's wife tells him that she feels deep love for this baby, saying that no matter its appearance, it's still their son. Sir Daigo, realizing that the demons accepted his deal, only starts to laugh, happy that his dream of power will be fulfilled. He gives the baby to the midwife, who runs away with it immediately. His wife starts to beg, but Sir Daigo says that the baby wouldn't survive anyway. As Sir Daigo gets up, he notices the broken figurine on the floor. The second midwife mentions that it happened when the lightning struck. She heard rumors from the other women, saying that the figurine sacrificed itself for the baby. Meanwhile, the midwife carries the baby to the nearest river. She convinces herself that it's better to end its life rather than have it live in such a state. Behind them, a strange creature awakens in abandoned samurai armor and watches the two from a distance. The midwife holds the baby into the water and prepares to drown it, but the baby cries blood and its veins start to swell. The midwife senses the baby's desire to live and changes her mind. She puts the baby into a small boat and pushes it out to the river, leaving the baby to its fate. As the baby slowly floats away, a monster rises behind the midwife, which quickly starts to eat her. A blind man notices that something is going on. He senses the stench of evil in front of him. Though he is blind, he can see the evil aura of the creature. The evil creature starts to charge at the blind man, but he draws a blade from his instrument and cuts the monster's face in 2. The old man looks over to the boat and senses that something is off. It's not emitting the aura of a human or an evil being. It's an aura of a curse surrounding it. Meanwhile, in a little village, Dororo is trying to sell some goods to the local people. He is trying to sell the wares as quickly as possible, it seems. Suddenly, a group of thugs appears and start questioning Dororo. Apparently, they hired Dororo to look after their goods, and he just took off with the items. And now they want to make sure that Dororo pays for it. But as soon as the thug tries to grab him, Dororo throws a vase square in his face and runs off. As Dororo runs off, he is being watched by some strange person on the other side of the river, who quickly helps a stupid little kid as it almost falls down the river. The kid gets scolded by his mother for not thanking the mysterious man, but the kid just mentions that the man had a mask on. Dororo escaped the bad guys and washes his guilt off of himself in the local river. A cute puppy approaches him, and Dororo tries to teach it that it has to be able to find food on its own. Suddenly, the leader of the thugs grabs the puppy away and holds it in front of Dororo. The thug asks Dororo if it should be the puppy that has to pay for the tomfoolery or him. Dororo gets beaten up bad by the thugs. They sure feel strong, beating up a little kid as adult men. The thugs tell Dororo to never come here again, but he keeps provoking them by throwing a rock into the eyes of the thug. The fat thug grabs Dororo by his neck and pushes him down into the river, trying to suffocate him. As they bravely drown a little kid in the river, one of the bad boys notices a man standing on the bridge. The strange man doesn't react to anything. He is just standing there, menacingly. The fat thug tries to justify his actions, but Dororo mentions that he isn't even looking at them. Behind his mask, the mysterious man looks onto the river where a red aura shimmers in the distance. The fat thug tries to see what the man is looking at, but only sees some garbage floating in the river. Suddenly, the garbage transforms into something that looks like what I produce after eating too much spicy food. It grabs the fat thug and pulls him into its body to have a little snack. The other thugs try to run away, but the monster quickly grabs and eats them. Next, the monster grabs Dororo and tries to eat it, but the man behind the mask swiftly jumps in and cuts off the monster's arm, saving Dororo. The mysterious man takes off both of his arm prosthetics to reveal the sharp blades inside it. The man cuts up the bridge while quickly evading the monster's attacks. Now completely on top of the bridge, the monster's massive weight causes the bridge to collapse. The man calmly watches the scene and then walks off with his sword in his mouth. Dororo brings him back his prosthetics and helps to put them back on again. Dororo notices that the eyes, ears, and the whole face of the man are fake, and that he doesn't even react to sounds. Suddenly, the mask starts to shake, and the man falls to his knees. Painfully, he starts growing his skin back. The cursed baby grew up to be a skilled swordsman that takes back what belongs to him. Sir Daigo, now a powerful man, watches over his lands that grew stronger over the years. Out of nowhere, a lightning strike appears and hits the ground in the forest. Sir Daigo feels that something is off and visits the Hall of Hell. He lights up the room inside with his torch and sees that one of the demon statues is split in half. Meanwhile, the woman that birthed the cursed baby is presented with a dove that her son Tahomaru caught. Sir Daigo has made a new heir to the throne, but his wife still mourns over the day that she gave her first child away. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.